morning, mister. I'm Novi. So I want to ask you just a simple question. That is, does Australia have some traditional customs or habits, and which one do you like?
Traditional customs or habits, that varies depending on what cultural reference you're speaking to, because we're quite a multicultural nation now. If I'm to speak of perhaps more of my traditions, as in being a person who descended from an English background, some of the things that might be important as cultural traditions to us is the notions of celebrating Easter, celebrating Christmas, and celebrating New Year seems to be quite important. The other thing that's a little bit of a crazy tradition is football. So this tradition of following games and having teams and getting to finals becomes a very exciting thing for people to follow. So there's a bit of a tradition of you have your team, I have my team, and then we follow our games to the end, and then who wins? That's a tradition as well. People get very excited about which team wins. So there's that. Outside of that, of course, are other cultural traditions. The notion of Indians and Nepalese celebrating Diwali. There is some notion of Thais celebrating Loy Katong. There is, of course, Indonesians with Idul Fitri and Idul Adha. So all these things are understood to be part of the fabric of traditions that are celebrated in the country. Not always a public holiday, but the traditions are celebrated. So, for example, I've actually been to a celebration for Indonesian Hari Raya Merdeka in Sydney. And there's actually a big park that's open. The Indonesian community has all sorts of food stalls, and there's lumpia Semarang there in Sydney. Yeah, and I asked the person if it was a reset asli or not. So there's that. Now, to answer your question, I probably enjoy Christmas the most because it's just a really nice time to meet with people. Things slow down a little bit. We're allowed to leave our work, spend time with friends and family. So probably my favourite. I'm not into crazy New Year, but my favourite is just quiet time with friends and family at Christmas for my tradition. Yeah.
Thank you. I think let's take a turn.